interviewed using StreamYard?
Actually, yeah. So this is my first time, pero it was really easy. So I just had to click on the link, tapos it
That is
redirected
true.
me here,
I'm
and
I'm I'm a subscriber now of StreamYard and I really love it. So there. So ayan po.
yeah.
So let's just wait a little bit while they are connecting. I don't know. I told everyone that we would have an interview today at 7 o'clock, alas 7 de la tarde in Filipinas.
Eso es.
Ahora es la una
Uh-huh.
de la tarde aquí en Madrid. Mabuhay! Hello
Oh,
everyone! Mabuhay!
hi
Welcome back
guys.
again to our very special episode. We are joined by one of my friends who are also working right now in the Philippines, Miss
Mhm.
Charlene Conde, who works as a Spanish Tech Analyst. Ayan po, kung makikita niyo po sa ating background. Ayan, di ba? So,
Hi
hola,
guys.
hola a todos. Hola, Jonathan. So, here's what we're gonna do. I'm gonna explain a little bit the the flow of our conversation. So, first, we're gonna talk about Charlene's language learning journey,
Sure.
and also some experiences related to that. She'll give us tips as well. And also later on, we're gonna dive deeper into how she got her first, right? Is it first, no? First Spanish.
Kinda.
Mm-hmm.
Kinda. I will explain a bit more on that later on.
Mm-hmm.
So there are
So
some
we're
like
gonna
technicalities
go
there.
deeper into that later
Sure.
on. She's gonna tell us how she got her Spanish tech analyst job. And then, of course, she will give us tips. Obviously, as we always do here, there are always people who are giving us tips, and those tips can vary from person to person. That's why it's a good thing to actually ask another bilingual representative to actually give us more tips. So, without further ado, so hola hola a todos. So, os voy a presentar señorita Charlene Conde. Hola, hi Mars.
Hola, ¿qué tal? Ia, ¿qué tal? Pues estoy aquí muy alegre de verte y eso es.
Muy bien, yo también. So, fun fact lang po pala guys. Okay, so Charlene and I worked before in a language, well, not in a
Mm,
bilingual school.
exactly.
So I was
Mm,
doing my second year there, and she was doing her first year, and
first year.
then we we got really well together. So
Exactly.
actually, she was the one who helped me buy my first ever iPhone. Ayan,
Support.
yamanin.
Ala, supportive friend natin, 'di ba? Supportive friend. Kung kaya naman, why not? Kaysa lang naman tumengga yung Andabels, i-support na lang natin. Eh, di nakatulong.
Gracias. And I think I came a long way with my content just because you said na, sige na, ano yun na lang natin. So siya po yung nagpahiram sa akin ng pera pambili ng iPhone kaya sa mga gustong humiram dyan.
Hala, nahiya na ako bigla. Sabi ko, "Oh, shoes."
I really
Shoes tayo.
appreciate like she's very supportive ever since. So Charlene, without further ado, we want to know how did you start learning Spanish and how did you decide to actually learn the language even before coming here to Spain?
Okay, well, it all started, I think, back in college. There are some programs na merong requirement yun na like 6 unit requirement for a foreign language. There are some programs like that. So I studied Spanish just because I had to, purely solely for a requirement. Tapos, I actually really liked it. Surprisingly, I loved learning languages. Parang na-realize ko at that point, oof, I can actually do this. But then
Uh-huh.
again, some things went by and I had to forget about that and prioritize a few others. So graduated, and then that got me thinking, after graduation, what do I want to do in life? What is something that I actually enjoyed doing when a few years back? And yun na nga, learning languages. So Actually, hindi ko muna kinuha ang Spanish ulit. I moved on to Japanese.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
So,
before we dive
ayun.
deeper into that, can you tell us about a little bit about your background? Because probably they're curious about your degree and if you graduated from a specific degree. Ano ba yung mga pwede mong i-share?
Yes. Well, about my degree, actually, I graduated back in 2014 with a bachelor's degree in
2014.
communications. Yes.
Napaka-fresh naman. 2014
Um,
pa.
fresh tayo, Mars. Ganun talaga. Dapat i-embody natin ng freshness.
Mm-mm.
Years, those are just like numbers. But anyway, so
Mm-hmm.
that was in communication. Tapos, a few years after, yeah, I went on and pursue yeah, a master's degree. So ayun in Asian studies. So Asian studies majoring in Northeast Asian Japan. So technically a Japanologist. Solely for the I know the liking of learning and foreign culture and language. So ayun tapos that landed me a job in Miriam College.
Mm.
Remember? So
Yeah, where I
actually
also worked
yeah,
before,
you
yeah.
also taught there but a few years before I did,
Mm-hmm.
something like that. Tapos, a co-faculty of mine, someone from Ateneo, she was part of the program. Kasi European language, European studies naman siya sa
European
Ateneo.
studies, yeah.
So, kwento niya sa akin, and then sabi ko, hey, that sounds great. I want to try that. Submitted the application form, had an interview, got placed, and then flew to Spain. So, very lucky of me. Kaso nga
Mm-hmm.
lang, me thinking at that time na parang, I took Spanish in college. This is just gonna be a piece of cake. Boom! It wasn't. Absolutely not a walk in the park. So yun.
Mm-hmm.
I landed in Salamanca first. Remember that university town?
Yeah, that's
So
true.
yeah, I was assigned at high
Were you
school.
there for like a year or two in
A
Salamanca?
year.
Just a
I was
year
there
before
for a
you
year.
transferred to Madrid, no? So,
Madrid. Yes, exactly.
Charlene taught English in Salamanca, which is a very nice city here in Spain, before she moved to Madrid for her second year. And then later on,
Precious
lockdown
days.
happened and
Ugh.
everything.
Yeah,
So, yeah.
lockdown happened, and then COVID 2020. Daryl stayed, and some of my other friends stayed, but yeah, it was a difficult time. Went
Mm-hmm.
back to the Philippines. Ayun na nga. So, waited hanggang magkaroon ng parang miracle. Just so
Mm-hmm.
waited na parang baka mag-reopen naman yan. You with that hope. Tapos it didn't happen. Tapos sana magka-vaccine. It didn't happen that soon. Pero luckily enough, August 2021 or August 2021, I had my first vaccine shot, and then right then and there, I sent out my application. Oo, kasi I was thinking that since I have the vaccine, why not like try my luck here in the Philippines instead of like waiting for borders to open up or ease up. But
Yeah, that's
from
true.
2020 though, from 2020 to 2021, I study like I was helping with our family business, and on the side meron naman akong mga part-time jobs. Thank God for the internet. So ang daming ang daming sideline na dumating tapos while also studying Spanish kasi I was thinking of taking the DELE sana.
Mm-hmm.
Pero anyway, um hanggang
What level
maka-English
of Dela do you want to take? Because I have classes right now.
B2. Gusto
Ah,
ko mag
B2 na.
B2.
Yeah, you
Gusto ko
can
sana
do
mag
that. You can do
B2.
that.
Gusto ko sana mag B2.
I don't have B2 right now, but I'm preparing students who are taking their A2 classes
Oh, that's
for
nice.
immigrants here. As you know me, I'm also
Ah,
a
yeah,
Kitero.
citizenship. Guys, did you
Mm-hmm.
know that? If you pass the language exam and then like a few of other things, kailangan din may certain years of residency ka? 1 or 2 years of residency.
Yeah, that's basically for immigrants. Yeah, 2 years. 2 years
Immigrants,
of
2 year
continuous um
residency.
residency tsaka yung
Legal, legal
yeah,
residency. Ayun tayo eh.
pagbayad ng buwis, ganyan, tax.
Pagbayad ng buwis and tax, legal
Mhm.
dapat for 2 years because we were a
So
colony of Spain. So I earned 2 years lang.
mhm.
Oh nga guys, so look into that. If you ever want a dual citizen, katulad ni Mare,
Wala
Mars,
pa. We're
wala
still we're
pa.
we're still on the
We're
way.
working.
I'm still
Ayun, o,
working
'di ba?
on it. But then
Ayun na nga.
first residency and then later on, I'm gonna think about it. So to
'Di
cut the
ba?
chase, Mars, so you are now in the Philippines and
Now in
you
Philippines.
are working. So tell us
And
how the process was like and how did you
mm,
decide to work or look for a job related to Spanish. So, what can you share?
what can I share? So ayun na nga,
Mm,
2021 August, first vaccine, looking for opportunities tayo, 'di ba? Kasi
mm,
hirap na lumabas. So, ano ba yung mga kaya nating gawin? Yung Spanish kasi I've been hearing before naman din talaga na it pays well. I
mm,
mean, more than the average salary that a Filipino can get here.
mm.
So, went on Job Street, mga guys, ang dami. Like, may mga barat though, if you don't mind the word. May mga nakita akong post like for 45, something like that. Yun yung pinakamababa. Till 120, 150 sa I think that was for Zoom, yung 150 pero ano siya, parang ang ano niya is what's that again? Basta medyo senior position siya pero kailangan ng language competency, Spanish. So, tapos may mga yung mga nasa middle, yun marami marami. Basta marami, marami guys, marami. Just look for options out there. Tapos, ayun na nga, first I applied, parang ano muna ako eh, hindi ako naging masyadong selective. I just the more the merrier,
Where
more
was it?
chances of
On
winning.
Job Street? Ano ba ngayon ang
Job
mga pinag...
street. Job street mostly ang ano ko, ang avenue ko, yung dun ako talaga naghahanap, job street, job street, job street. Kasi ang dami na nun eh. Nung nagtitingin ako, na-overwhelm na ako eh. So, more chances of winning. Send, 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 send. Tapos, may kumontak agad sa akin like 2 or 3 days after.
Mhm,
Ano
may
yun,
kumontak.
company, small company lang siya. It's like
Mhm.
a, what you call that again? It's startup. Startup
Startup company.
platform.
Mhm,
Yes, startup platform siya. Startup company na
mhm,
education din. So parang
mhm,
galing ako sa education background tapos they're needing Spanish, ano nga, bilinguals. So sabi ko, okay. Tapos ang offer was 55.
mhm.
Tapos so it's not the floor level. So okay na siya, a bit better than the
Yeah, okay na
pinakamababa
din.
nakita ko. Tapos mga siyempre it's a startup company, so what can you expect naman, 'di ba?
That is true.
So
Mm.
tanggap na lang tsaka okey naman daw kasi nga, yung company environment is like hindi siya hindi siya parang pataasan, hierarchical. Ano siya, linear, so madaling kausapin yung mga tao if you need to, gano'n siya, gano'ng environment. It was really fun, madali yung work. Um, because mostly translating tapos helping parang yung it's like a consultant eh. So tatanungin sa'yo ng mga learners, ito gusto kong ganitong klaseng license ang gusto kong makuha. Ano yung pupuwedeng courses na ganun-ganun ko for this state of ganyan, mga Spanish speakers ng America. Oh, ganito yung mga ino-offer namin, chu-chu-chu-chu. So it was kinda like that. Really nice job. More on chika. Ayun, more on kwento-kwento, ganyan. Tapos, after that, 2 weeks, andito na ako, BGC, um, a multinational tech company called. Tapos, they were asking sa availability ko. Sabi ko, employed na ako dito sa company
Mhm,
kasi sila yung unang tumawag. And then, cut the long story short, tinanong nila ako how much I was getting from that company. And then a day after, they made a counter offer, which was 25% more than what I was receiving. So, hindi pa ako 2 weeks in, may offer na ng 25% ng angat. Plus, other benefits, other allowances and stuff like that na hindi na offer ng isang company. Ayun na nga. siyempre tumalon ako.
Wow,
Oo,
laban.
laban, talon ako dun sa multinational tech firm. Kaso nga lang, the catch is, it's a tech firm. They need someone na comp-sci graduate, comp-sci graduate or willing at pumasa naman sa mga IT courses na they're gonna be paying for. So sabi ko, I
True.
like learning. Why not? Let's give it a chance. So I took yung mga Microsoft Azure, tapos ano pa ba? Google, mga ganun-ganun, mga courses, tapos basic, basta all of that, kinram siya in 2 months. I passed naman. I passed naman. With my fingers crossed, I passed naman everything. Lucky for
Wow,
me.
that's amazing.
Tapos,
Mm-hmm.
because it was really fun. Learning is fun. Alam
Mm-hmm.
mo yan. Alam
Yeah,
mo
because you're
yan,
learning
diba?
something new as well. I think that's a good
Eh,
quality that you are
learning is
really
fun.
into learning new stuff. Yeah.
Exactly, exactly. Ganun dapat tayo, guys. Kasi learning never really stops. Tapos, we should try to find other things that will enrich our life. Tapos, that can also, yeah, help us grow. So, ganun. Ayun, basta, tapos okay naman ako ngayon. Kaso, the challenge is that, sa team namin, maliit na nga lang yung team namin. Umalis pa yung dalawang permanent na Filipinos. Alam niyo kung bakit? Chez, chika moment. Kasi na-offera ng six figures sa
Mm-hmm.
sa ibang multinational. Na-offera ng base lang ng six figures. Wala pa yung mga allowance nila nun.
Mm-hmm.
Siyempre, prudent enough. Alam mo naman, ganun talaga. Lumalis sila. So, natira na lang sa team namin, tatlo na lang kami. Yung dalawa hindi makaalis kasi mga na-sponsor mga Spanyol, taga País Basco yung isa, Sevillano yung isa,
Mm-hmm.
mga
What
under
do they do
ng
there? Do they live there or they just
they live in the
or
Philippines,
they
one
have
live in
family there?
Cebu. Di ko natanong kung may family, pero yung isa parang may jowang Filipina. Hindi ako masyadong sure, sa details, di ko sila masyado pa nachichika. Pero
Mm-hmm.
ayun, hindi sila makaalis agad sa company kasi under sila ng visa sponsorship program. So,
Oh, okay. I don't know actually
ayun.
how that works for foreigners, but yeah, if you're gonna give us more details in the future,
Yeah,
we would really
tanungin ko.
appreciate.
Yeah, sige, sige ba, tatanungin ko kung how it works. Pero our company provides not only the visa sponsorship for foreigners, but also relocation allowance. Ayun, may relocation allowance din daw sila.
Mm-hmm.
What
That is nice.
else? Ayun, it was really fun. Tips though, ayun na nga guys, be open for learning. Kasi although now yun nga, hindi enough na isa lang yung alam natin or dalawang bagay lang yung alam natin.
Yeah.
Maganda na ayun, 'di ba nagte-take ka rin ng courses sabi mo sa akin dati on a
Um.
platform, on a website din,
Yeah.
ayun.
Yeah. Actually, lately,
Mm.
like during the pandemic and also these days, I was really trying to diversify what I know.
Yes.
Something that is not totally different with what I'm doing right now, because obviously teaching is still one of the things that I do, and I think one of the things that I'm good at.
Mm.
So I just want to leverage in a way, like learn technology using that. And I
Yun.
see the platform, for example, like this to teach others as well what I know and also learn from them in a way. Like what I'm doing right now, I'm learning. That's why also the channel is called Learn With, but not
Exactly,
learn with me. So
'di
it's a
ba?
way to learn because I'm open to be corrected. I'm open to learn new stuff as well. So I think that's one of the things that's uh, really important to me, especially when it comes to creating content as well.
Yep.
So going back to what you're saying, obviously we need to learn new stuff. Actually, I'm interested with like the technology that you were learning before you went there. Is it
Mm.
like they gave you training for you to pass, or you just have to pass it, or if not, they won't hire you? What was that?
Well, if you don't pass, they won't hire you. Actually, tatlo kami nung sa training period. Chilean, may kasama akong Chilean, tapos may isa din na Spanyol. I forgot from what region.
Mm.
Pero parang somewhere in Andalus, somewhere from the south din siya. So tatlo kami nagte-training. Hindi pumasa yung dalawa. Although may language competency sila, hindi sila pumasa. Well, ang sabi kasi nung isa, he received his phone when he was 28 years, first phone when he was 28. So, he's not very tech savvy to begin with. Sabi niya gano'n, kaya that's why he failed. Yung isa naman, hindi kinaya yung ano ng information. Ayun. So, hindi sila nagtagal. Ayun. Pero
Can you give us like some sample for those who are not navigating the, I don't know, like the tech scene? Like what was it like? Probably they are asking like in their head, like ano ba yung mga type of test na you had to undergo, if you could share like some types
mm.
naman, hindi naman kailangan yung full details.
Well, courses ha, courses muna before the test. So yung mga
Courses.
courses, yes,
Okay,
yung
go.
mga courses were on Microsoft applications. So how to map a shared folder, how to create a shared folder, tapos how to map a network drive, how to create a network drive, tapos yeah, talking about Windows. Tapos ano pa ba? Mm, more on the applications katulad ng mga Outlook. So you have to be well versed dun sa mga functionality ng Outlook, ng Excel, tapos a bit on Microsoft Power Apps, Power BI, so more on the functionality. Tapos what else aside from that, may mga local applications din yung kasi may mga specific applications na kailangan for accounting yung ibang company. So we have to be familiar how those work then. Tapos cloud-based technology. Yun, that was a fun one. So everything na nasa cloud ngayon,
Mm-hmm.
'di ba? 'Di ba? Lahat na like
But like
Netflix.
the
Mhm.
courses are provided by the company,
Yes,
or
and paid
is it something
for.
that they bought online?
The courses are provided for by the company. By the company na siya. So yung mga may mga Coursera courses doon na yun nga you're gonna take tapos ano yun sa company tapos may mga proctors din na tinrain ng company to train people like ano yung mga baguhan ganyan.
Mm-hmm.
So ayun, that was really fun lalo na yung mga topics on servers tapos yung sa cloud na nga tapos network. Ayun.
Mm-hmm.
So, basically yun. Kakayanin guys, 'no ba? Kaya
How long
yan.
did it take you to do your training?
2 months. 2 months naman siya. So, kinram lahat ng concepts. Kasi you don't
Mhm.
really need to code. You just have to understand how it works. Parang very general big picture preview, if you understand how this applications function, then you're good to go. Hindi mo naman kailangan dun sa di naman nila kailangan ng someone na talagang maghihimay ng mga maliliit na details. So
That is true.
ayun.
Mm-mm.
Mm. It's
Actually, as
mostly
someone, yeah, as
mhm.
someone who is also interested in technology, since it's not really my background, when I first started studying SEO on my own, it was quite a challenge for me because I wasn't really like into like like links and everything. And yeah, for some reason I found it like really difficult on my part because I usually do the creative part of things. I like the
Totoo.
creative side, so I wasn't really into that. And yeah, but it's good. I think experimentation is the key. And also, if you want to apply as a Spanish tech, I guess if you're interested in tech and then you apply Spanish, then you can definitely do that. Kasi di ba maraming account na Spanish in the Philippines, not just about tech.
Sobra.
Okay,
Sobra.
when you were looking at the jobs that you were seeing on
Mhm.
Job Street and websites, ano yung mga nakikita mo na mas marami? Like like accounts in general. Kasi I'm not
Accounts
aware
in
of different
general.
accounts na meron these days.
Okay, okay. Kasi yung sa tech firm kasi where I work, they handle several accounts. Tapos, ayun na nga, may mga ibang company that they special may tatawag ata din sila mga parang in-house. Katulad like a friend of mine who is working for a multinational bank, they're looking for Spanish bilinguals din na may well preferably may banking background pero okay lang naman na wala kasi yun naman din ang maganda guys kasi so far as long as you have the language proficiency, the companies are willing to pay for your courses, for your
Skills.
training, and not only pay for those, but also pay you while you take them. Win-win situation. Ayun yun,
Mm-hmm.
sinusweldohan kayo at the same time binabayaran nila yung
And you're
pinapaaral
learning
ka
something
nila.
new, right?
Exactly, exactly. So ayun,
Mm.
so banking may mga magagandang offer din ng banking, sabi. Minimum yan mga
Mm.
six figures daw. Mm-mm.
When we say six figures, Charlene, like what is the exact amount usually? Yung kasi lagi ko naririnig yan, but like for me as someone, ano, gaano ba kalaki yung six
100,000 and
figure?
up. 100,000 and up. 100,000 and up, up, up,
Oh
up.
wow, syempre may tax yun, di ba? Lalo na pag single ka, anong tax ngayon? 32? Di ba? So
Ang,
parang
ang sakit. Wait
mga
lang.
kalahati ba? Charot.
Wait lang. Tax season na pala, guys. April. So anyway, going back to that, malaki ang tax. Malaki ang tax. Na mapapa-question kayo sa mga bagay-bagay na ginagawa ng ayoko na. Kung ano nangyayari sa tax natin, sa ganun kalaki siya, malaki siya. Um, to give you an idea, ang buwanan ko is 15,000, minsan it can go more than that, tax lang. Imagine niyo kung six figures yung sahod, baka nasa mga I don't know, you do the math guys, you do the math. Siguro isang sahod ng isang empleyado na normal, tax lang yun, ganong level. Mm. Tapos pero yeah, malaki ang tax natin. Um Medyo bigla ko napag-ano nung nag-tax, eh.
So Charlene, another question is also, why did you decide to be in your work right now with all the jobs that you have seen? What was like the motivation, and
Hmm.
also why did you choose it?
I
Well,
fell in love with tech. Ang ganda ng
mhm.
tech. I mean, I started out na curious lang ako. Tapos right now, I find it really enjoying and challenging at the same time yung pagtatry na, hey, why is this not working? Maybe we have to check the Active Directory. There might be something wrong with the accesses. Ganun. Tas you try. It's like, it's a constant everyday may kailangan kang isipin, ganun. It's not just like although it's fun to have like consultations, chika ganun, but it's also fun na magso-solve ka ng mga bagay-bagay. Tapos ayan, I still have a lot to learn, so that's why I'm going to be here. At saka kasi the thing with the multinational, ano siya, hierarchy siya, and there will always be chances for you to move up. So, as of now, nasa career level 11 ako, something like that. Ang pinakamataas is 1. Ang pinakamababa is 15 ata, if I'm not mistaken. Tapos, yeah, so it only will go up from here. 'Di ba? Ganun. Tingnan na, isipin niyo yun, guys. Kung sa 11 pa tayo, anong ganap pag nasa 6 na, 'di ba? So, yun naman with the multinational, they will
Mhm.
provide opportunities for growth.
That is true.
That's why.
And would you share kung saan ba located itong work mo, and do you guys are still hiring people and similar
Well,
things? Baka maling
oh,
interested
yes!
sila.
Uy, we're hiring people kasi nga we are constantly kasi lagi kaming kulang. Inamin na
Yan
sa'min
baka interested
yeah,
sila.
nung project manager namin na never napuno, never kaming nakumpleto kasi every time, umaalis. Oo, ang mga nagse lang talaga yung mga stock dahil sa sa company sponsorship visa program. Tapos well, yun nga lang, they have opportunities for growth, pero it's not the highest offering job there is. Gets nyo? Yes, we are constantly hiring. Sa project namin, lagi kaming kulang. And from what I know, the other projects or quote unquote accounts, they're also looking for individuals who have the language proficiency and have the willingness to learn if you don't have the background. But if you have the background and the language proficiency, ano pa bang hinihintay ninyo? Kayo na lang talaga ang kulang, kayo na lang, gano'n. Um, ano
Baka
pa
pwede ako
ba?
mag-apply diyan, ma'am,
Why
part-time.
not? Why not
Charot.
not? Bakit hindi, 'di ba? Pero part-time though, 'pag ano, 'pag nahiligan mong umuwi ulit dito sa Pinas, oh,
'Pag
sige.
nahiligan, eh, na.
Oo, 'pag nahiligan mo ulit pero guys naman, like, I mean, I see where Daryl is coming from. Life in Spain is definitely so much, well, basta it's just different. There's just something about it.
Mm.
Na constantly bago ako matulog iisip ko, "Parang gusto ko bumalik ng Europe. Ang sarap sa Madrid siguro ngayon. Ang init-init ngayon sa Pilipinas. Kamusta naman ang spring sa Madrid? Na-miss ko yung mga kroketa." Sabi ko,
Yeah, later on,
anyway.
after my classes, because after this, I have a little bit of break, and then I teach Spanish to some immigrants online, and
Oh, that's
then I'm
nice.
probably gonna have a walk with some friends. Kasi ganda na nung panahon, tsaka like,
Ganda,
ano
guys.
na, mhm, visit us.
Yun. Kung kaya, 'di ba, pupunta
Mhm.
tayo diyan. Ipon
So
muna
when
tayo
it
ng
comes to like
andamam.
language requirements, Charlene, probably they're thinking like, madali lang siguro yung ano. Siguro kung very skilled sila when it
Ay!
comes to tech, how is it like for agents or people to be assessed when it comes to languages? What kind of
Guys,
test do they undergo, and who interviews them? Yeah,
ayun na
in
nga.
your case, in your company.
Ayun na nga, sa company namin, ina-outsource nila yung testing side. So, they hired this company called Berlitz. It's a, masa-search nyo yan, malaki yan, multinational din yan. Tapos, they provide
I worked with
language
them
proficiency.
before.
Oh,
Well, ano
you
lang.
know.
Pero teacher pa
Yun.
din. Pero,
I see, I see. So, ayun na nga. So, bale, pero you don't have to worry if you're going to be applying kasi the company will pay for your exam, for you to take that exam. Tapos, was it difficult? It wasn't really difficult, pero well, itetest kasi nila yung four skills. The listening, the speaking, the writing, and then the reading part. Tapos, just make sure guys talaga kasi meron sa company namin, meron kami parang 6 months na if na hindi ka pa 'pag bumagsak ka, yun ang unang gagawin nila, interview sa phone, with the HR specialist. Tas yung HR sila yung magre-recommend for you to take the exam if you are good to go. Tapos kung bumagsak ka doon, I know someone na gusto ko sanang tulungan kasi nga 'di ba naghahanap kami ng tao. Yun nga lang nung December nag-take pala siya nag-apply siya tapos pina-take siya, bumagsak siya sa language proficiency. Eh, hindi ko siya pupuwedeng i-recommend kasi nga and meron kaming 6 months policy. So, if you applied, hindi ka pa puwedeng mag-reapply within the 6 months ng yun na nga, ng application mo. So, just make sure na 'pag talagang ano, na magte-take kayo ng test, eh, isakto niyo na B2. Although B1, I heard, hindi ko pa naman nami-meet sila, I heard na they do give parang, tawag nito, what do you call that again? Leeway? Leeway 'pag B1 ka pero comp sci graduate ka or something like that, or software engineer ka. They give a leeway na B1 or A2 ata, uy, don't take my ano, take it with a grain of salt. Pero they have that ano, nagpapaliway sila basta meron kang sufficient tech background. Pero parang A2 medyo ano pa siya, hindi pa siya sufficient, eh. Kailangan alam ko B1 at least. Kung wala, i-target niyo ng B2 mga momshies. Oo, kung wala. Basta mag B2 kayo and above, better. Ayun. Tas ano pa ba?
Charlene,
Hmm,
there's a question if you could answer. Like, Sa
Opo.
ito pa ang sabi ni Apolonio.
Saan yan? Sorry, di
Do you
ko
see it in our
nakita.
screen?
Ah. Oh yeah, now I see it. Sorry, I couldn't read it. But oh
If
yeah,
you
I'm
could
reading it right
share,
now.
I don't know if you could share yan.
Saan company po kayo nagwo-work? I don't meron kasi akong clause na pinirmahan na I can't
Hmm,
publicly say it, but it's a multinational tech firm na
hmm,
Irish tech firm. Marami silang location sa iba't ibang bansa. Recently, nag-pulled out kami ng business sa Ukraine, ay sa Russia, kasi with the Ukraine-Russia war. Tapos, I
hmm,
think there are, anyway, ganun-ganun siya. So, maraming, maraming, ano siya, multinational.
mhm.
And, ano siya, located siya, basta yun,
And
present siya in many
yeah, I'm
countries.
curious. Yeah, I'm curious to know, like, if you're handling calls and stuff in Spanish, like,
Oh, yes,
who are
actually.
your clients?
Latin American, ano siya kasi, yung project namin is for a for an American company na may presence sa Latin America. Most ng users, ang tawag namin sa kanila, they're not really customers or clients, but they're users because they're employees of this company. Tapos we have to, for example, they need tech assistance, we have to provide it for them. And what else? Yun, Latin American companies usually we handle inquiries, queries, issues from Mexico, Ecuador, Chile, um some in Venezuela, and what? Puerto Rico. Ayun din, Puerto Rico, Argentina.
Yeah.
Ayun,
So
ayun, yun.
what were the like the usual concerns of these people, and what are the challenges that you have faced dealing with them
Okay,
usually?
well,
When it comes to language, syempre yung mga technical aspect, hindi na natin itatalakayin yan kasi it
hindi na
depends
masyado, no?
on the account naman, di ba?
Totoo yan, totoo yan. Well, sa language, siguro 'pag tech ka kailangan mo aralin yung mga tech terms in Spanish. At alam mo ba, medyo naano ako diyan kasi 'di ba, sa Espanyol in Espanya, yung link is enlace, 'di ba? Sa kanila, liga sa Mexico. Nagulat ako nun, sabi ko, "Liga? Como La Liga? Football?" Pero hindi pala siya gano'n, yung liga pala is yung link. Tapos yung ano pa ba, um, buzon, 'di ba yung mailbox is buzon, buzon compartida. Ang tawag nila is bandeja, bandeja. Sabi ko kaya may mga terms na ganyan na you have to be familiar with, although it's not ano naman, it's not that difficult. You just have to know na ito yung mga differences. Spanish ng Latin America at Spanish ng Espanya. And nasanay ako kasi doon sa Espanya eh. So parang I had to adjust. At yung ano pala guys, you have to be yung usted. Ang lakas ng usted. Kasi sa Espanya, 'di ba parang
I always tell
um,
them, usted yung gamitin lagi kasi it
ang
encompasses
lakas.
a lot of different Latin culture. So don't
Yun.
use vosotros and tú because it's just here in Spain. So I always tell
Ang
them use usted every time.
totoo yan guys, naloka ako kasi nga medyo hindi talaga ako formally nagpunta ng school, nag-aral after nung college experience ko, hindi ako formally nag-aral. So, yung kung ano lang yung na-pick up ko diyan tsaka yung sa mga libro, gano'n. Eh, mga Spanyol ng Spanya yung gamit ko. So, I had to adjust, ayun na nga. At true yun sabi ni Daryl na if you can guys, try to ano more on the Spanish yun nga yung mga usted, oo, malakas mag-usted, usted. Although may naiintindihan naman nila, pero merong parang awkward silence. Minsan na parang, parang may gano'n. So, better guys para hindi sila ma-off, mag-ano na lang tayo, mag-usted tayo. Ano pa ba aside from that? Yeah, I had to make
Also,
calls pero very few, yun chika ko lang guys, chika ko lang. Kasi kausap ko din yung mga kasama ko sa bootcamp. Yung bootcamp, yun yung parang first few weeks ko with the other, not only Spanish speaking, but yung mga English agents din, mga English tech personnel. Kasama ko sila, parang lahat kami dun, sama-sama, mga siguro sa 50 something kami all together sa Zoom. Tapos ngayon, some of them I still talk with, ang kwento nila sa akin sa isang araw daw, ang issues na nire-resolve nila nasa mga 40, tas ang mga tawag daw nila sa isang oras mga 10, mga gano'n daw. Yung tipong bababa, tututut, gano'n. Sa Spanish hindi gano'n, guys. Sa isang araw siguro magkakaroon ka ng parang 10 issues ay isang araw na 'yun. Tapos siguro 3 nun from emails, tapos siguro 3 sa calls tatanungin. Tapos siguro yung dalawa parang yung tinatawag nilang parang tickets, something like that. So yun na yun sa buong araw, sobrang few, sobrang dalang. Yung tawag sobrang sobrang dalang. Siguro nga makaka-receive ka ng first call mo, basta sa
Mm-hmm.
isang araw 3, 4, 5, 5 na yata yung pinakamarami, unless na may outage.
Mm-hmm. Charlene, I have a question though, because before I used to
Mhm.
handle calls as well, like before coming to Spain. And we were given only like the Spanish calls. So basically,
Yeah.
if there were no Spanish calls, we were just like lying on our back, doing nothing or just talking to friends.
Or
So
read,
yeah, so
gano'n yung nagawa ko.
are you being given English calls with Spanish calls, or you just do mainly Spanish calls?
Mainly Spanish calls, Spanish emails, Spanish tech issues. Yeah, so
Okay,
sobrang
that's nice
dalang niya.
then.
Kaya
Yeah,
nga,
that's
eh.
good.
Kaya hindi
Mm-hmm.
kami overwork. Sabi ko nga do'n sa mga English agents, feeling ko napaka-pampered ng foreign language team. Kasi not only that, sila din pala nung inassign na mag-RTO na kami guys, Monday, return to office, kaya nag-resign na rin yung isang Portuguese speaker.
Ah, ayaw niya.
Anyway,
Ayaw
ayaw
niya ng ano.
niya. Ayaw
Gusto
niya.
niya
Eh, ano
from
yun
working from home.
work from home, Brasileño. Pero ewan ko kung anong gagawin niya ngayon. Anyway, tapos ayun, mag-RTO na kami. Tapos alam niyo ba guys, pinayagan kaming mamili kung saang office namin gusto.
Mm-hmm.
Kaming mga foreign language team. Eh, yung mga English, agents, inassign sila. Parang depende daw kung anong project, yung parang, yung mga sa ganitong project, dito lang kayong location sa Cubao or sa ganito, ganito lang kayo. Pero kami, "Oh, sige ganito, may mga offices kami sa Manila." Sa Manila meron kaming yung sa project kami may 3 offices kami, Cubao, BGC, Muntinlupa, ta's may sa Cebu, tapos alam ko parang may Ilocos din ata, something like that. Pinapili kami kung saan namin gusto. Sobrang sobrang pampered. Konti na nga yung calls, konti yung inquiries, tapos puwede kaming mamili ng location, ano pa ba?
That is nice. Mm-hmm. Actually,
Pampered.
ganun din dapat yung i-consider natin as people who are working. Like sometimes people always think about like, 6 digits, ganyan, ganyan, di ba? Usually ganon. Usually yung mindset. But then also, you also have to ask yourself, is it something that is near where your family is or where
Yun na
you
nga,
are
mm,
basically living? Second
exactly,
is how far is it from your place? Third
true,
would
true.
be what are the things that are needed from the job? Is it too
Yun,
hectic? Do you have free time? Do you have this
agree
kind of
guys.
benefits? Do you
Mm,
learn something new, or is it something that is the same? How's the working
yun.
environment? You know,
Working
like you have to
environment,
factor in all
uh,
these things, and if the wage is good for the amount of work that you are doing and for your mental sanity, I think that's
yun na
okay,
nga.
no? Hindi lang
Totoo,
yung parang
totoo guys,
six
hindi
six
lang
digits
pera.
tapos sobrang daming pinapagawa.
Oo,
Hindi
pagdating
ka na
naman ng end
makahinga
of the day,
hanggang
hindi ka na
bahay.
makahinga, oo, lupaypay ka, hindi naman 'yun makatarungan, 'di ba? Pero ayun, kung ayun, hindi ako 6 digits, pero,
Mhm,
sobrang chill naman ng buhay namin, okey na ako dun. Ayun, sobrang sobrang okey tayo dun,
mhm,
okey naman. Sobrang chill, 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 pampered, spoiled to a certain degree, spoiled. Oo, ayun. Pero fun, fun, lalo na yung mga trainings. Paid for, binabayaran ka pa,
mhm.
saan ka pa? Apply na guys, halika na, halika na kayo, halina na kayo. Kung hindi pa kayo nag-a-apply sa company namin ng 6 months, halina, halina, halika na.
That is
Kailangan namin
true.
ng tao.
And what are your working hours like?
Uy,
What time do you start and what time do you finish? Do you have OTs and stuff? So
uy,
yeah.
ayun 'no, going there naman. Puwede ka mamili ng schedule. So, we start
Oh wow.
from 8 p.m.
Mm-hmm.
hanggang, well, 10 hours, 9 hours work siya, pero you have to be naka-clock in ka ng 10 kasi binibilang nila yung 1 hour dun as break. So anyway, bale ang akin, ang pinili ko is from 11 p.m. to 9 a.m. Yun naman yung akin. OT, puwede ka mag-OT kung gusto mo, magsabi ka lang kung gusto mo, pero kung hindi, puwede namang actually, once pa lang ako nag-OT, oo. Okey naman siya, paid naman. Um, what else? Um, ano pa ba maliban sa working hours? Oh, fix pala, sa project namin fix. Kasi alam ko sa ibang accounts or sa ibang projects, sa ibang company, parang may tinatawag silang shifting schedule. Yung tipong ganitong araw ta's next week iba na naman. Yung sa'min hindi. Nung pumasok ako ganito na yung nung training pala hindi, yung training umaga. Lahat for 2 months umaga kayo lahat, oo, mm. From 10 to 7 PM parang gano'n yung training or from 8 to something PM, 8 AM something gano'n, basta gano'n. Training, pero 'pag nasa actual work na, puwede kayong mamili ng from sa amin 8 onwards, basta ma-fill in mo lang yung needed hours, ayun. And fix siya, hindi siya nagbabago. 3 months na ganito yung schedule ko at ganito 'to hanggang i-request ko na baguhin, ayun. Ayun naman, okey, mapagbigay sila, maraming leeways, maraming leeways. Mm. Apply na kayo guys, apply na kayo. Kailangan namin ng tao, ayan, 'di ba? Ayun, ano pa ba?
Ay, nagsasalita ako, naka-mute pala. So yun,
Ay,
Charlene, ano naman yung mga mabibigay mong tips sa kanila when they are already, for example, some of them are not that confident yet when it comes to speaking. And also, I always tell them as well that aside from speaking, they should develop their listening skills because if you don't understand it, if you don't know what they are looking for, that's going to be difficult. How can you resolve their issues, diba?
'di
So, what
ba
are your
guys?
tips? First, when you were applying and when you were doing the assessment in Spanish, and then
Okey yung
second, when you were already doing calls or what was it like for you? So, yun, doon muna
okey.
tayo
So
sa
dun sa
first.
application ha, yun nga yung Berlitz guys, kasi ite-test niya talaga yung sa ano naman, first round interviews, madali lang yun. Just try to convey what you know and what you're capable of, and then ifo-forward na kayo ng HR sa Berlitz. 'Pag nag-Berlitz na kayo, ayun, just make sure online naman lahat. Pero mag-practice talaga kayo. So, speaking skills tsaka yung may point si Daryl, yung listening skills, kailangan marunong kayong umintindi kung anong nangyayari, kung anong sinasabi ng isang tao. Mm. So, that could be done by, of course, engaging sa mga pagganito ni Daryl at tsaka yung mga classes niya, 'di ba, guys? Meron siyang mga interactive classes every now and then
Yes,
streamed
YouTube
online.
Live.
Ano ba, ano natin 'yan, pasukin natin 'yan para ma-develop ang ating listening and language skills in general.
That is true.
Tapos,
Mhm.
podcast guys, mag-podcast kayo, nakatulong ng malaki 'yan sa akin, podcast. Maraming Spanish podcast. Spanish YouTubers din kung hindi kayo masyadong ako kasi gusto kong manood ng La Casa de Papel, kaso hindi ko I cannot find the time and the focus na mag-sit down and to watch the entire thing. So,
Mhm.
mostly YouTubers ako.
Actually,
So,
I haven't watched La Casa de Papel, pero creo que es una
I
serie muy interesante también. So,
pero, pues, es muy interesante porque la historia es como muy divertido y, las personas, caracteres son como genial. Anyway, amazing daw. Pero, ayun na guys, podcast at YouTube. Kaya dapat mag-subscribe kayo sa channel ni Darrell at tsaka invite your friends to subscribe as well. Oo.
yeah, that is true. Actually, marami na sa kanila yung nag-avail nung ebook
Ay, oo
namin.
nga, na-publish na.
Yes, I'm very happy because not because I know that some of them already grabbed a copy, but also because I think it really helps when it comes to the flow of what they need to say because they can learn the grammar online. But then what I prepared was something that could help them, like how to handle calls, how to handle clients who are irate, what are the
Oof,
things that they
totoo
could
yan.
say, but in Spanish. Obviously, in English, they probably know all this. So,
Oo.
yeah, nakakatuwa naman, and they say that some of them are are saying that it's good, and then they're using it. So, yun naman
Oo.
yung importante, di ba? Kesa naman kumuha sila ng copy kasi hindi naman pala useful.
Totoo yan. 'Di pero totoo na nakakatulong ng malaki yung mga materials na geared towards the
Geared towards
industry
talaga.
na gusto
Mhm.
niyong ipasok, na gusto niyong pasukin. Ayun na nga. So, dalawa na yan, eh, yung know-how sa industry at saka yung language competency niyo nabi-build at the same time. Win-win
Mm.
situation. Tapos, yun na nga, speaking of another win-win situation, maraming YouTubers din out there na they provide fun content na nasa 15 to 10 minutes a video lang siya. Tapos, natutuwa na kayo. Ako natutuwa. And then, yung language competency skills nyo, na-help din. Tapos, lahat ng patay na oras, try niyong gawan ng paraan. So, yun
Mm.
nga, pag naglilinis kayo ng bahay or something, pop in a podcast
Yeah,
in
passive
Spanish.
learning, as they call it, like while you are
Mm,
washing the dishes. Yeah.
true.
Actually, right now, wala akong yung earphones ko,
Nasira
yung
naman. 'Di ba meron
kanan
ka?
na lang yung gumagana. So, baka naman
Ah,
Charlene.
pa-AirPods
Baka
tayo diyan.
naman. Yeah, pa-AirPods ka naman dyan.
Pa-AirPods tayo.
Yeah,
Sige,
actually,
ma'am, 'pag mag-ano na tayo, pag madam levels na tayo, medyo ano pa.
actually, that's what I wanna, because I really love listening to podcasts as well because I think
Yun.
it's a way for me to learn other things because like you guys I also learn new
Correct.
stuff every day when it comes to
Mm.
improving our content and also applying it here, for example, on YouTube and interacting with
Exactly.
people. So I
Ayun,
think that's
oo.
a very good way of learning languages, listening skills aside from speaking. Kasi parang merong laging notion na kailangan laging speaking yung enhance, di ba? Wherein it's also important, equally
Mm.
important to
Equally
understand what
important.
people are saying. So yeah.
Exactly, exactly. So yun guys, it's not hindi maganda na mag-concentrate lang tayo sa isang skill. As much as
Mhm.
possible, we have to make sure na well-rounded yung ating competency ha. So ayun, pag nag-take kayo ng Berlitz, well-rounded dapat yung competency natin. Tapos, what else? After nung Berlitz, okay na yan. Parang more or less, ano na yun eh. It's in the bag na. Pag ganun. Oo.
Mhm.
Ano pa ba? Sa actual work naman, yung mga kasama kong Filipino, yung mga na permanent before I do, they are using this language translator na DeepL. Although I haven't really
People.
tried DeepL,
I
something
know
like that.
people. Mhm.
Okay. So yun na nga, gumagamit sila nun kasi pupuwede naman, you're not gonna be shamed to be using those kinds of tools. Pero kasi although hindi naman din gano'n yung sa line of work ko, hindi naman siya intensive. Although we have to do translation every now and then, pero it's not something na parang I don't know. I don't need to use that, but if you need to, you can, and go ahead. No one's gonna be shaming you for that. It's
Hmm.
okay to ask
No,
for help and reach out.
what I'm gonna say with Deeple is that Deeple is a good platform to know the words that are being used or commonly used in different web pages. Kasi kunyari, i-type mo, kunyari, ano ba ilalagay natin? Um, Word na Philith, ganyan. So,
Mm-mm.
like the word Philith is going to
Mm-mm.
appear in different pages, web pages, and
Ah, so it
you're
gives you a
gonna,
context
yeah, you're gonna
of
see the
what it
different
is.
kinds of context that that
Ah.
word is being used. Okay,
Oh,
so
okay. So that's how it
mhm.
works. Okay, okay, okay. Pero
Wait,
ayun,
Deeple ba? Deeple. Actually, sorry. I was thinking of Langi. Sorry. So, well, Deeple
lagi.
is just a translation tool
Ganun na
uh,
nga.
for most
It's
people.
okay.
So,
Yeah, it's okay to use tools, guys. No one's gonna be shaming you for that. Pero,
mhm,
yun, try to talagang improve on your skill din as much as you can.
mhm,
We go back to that. Tapos, what else? Any other tips? Reach out to people. Oo. There, if you are willing to help yourself, others are going to be more than happy to help you out. So, kung kailangan niyo ng help, kung gusto niyo mag-tech, magsabi kayo sa akin, ha? Charlene
mhm.
Conde. Active na ulit yung profile ko sa Facebook kung gusto niyo akong i-search. You can message me
That
sa
is true
Messenger,
as
send
well.
me kung gusto niyo
Yeah.
something to learn on tech and Spanish.
Mm-hmm.
Andito ako.
That is true.
Okay.
Okay, so going back to what you said about tech and also being bilingual analyst, it's really important to know the jargon of a specific industry that you are working with. As people, as communicators, we are used to a specific type of word expressions and phrases. So basically, if you're going into that industry, know the different kinds of words that you're gonna use already.
Yes.
Kailangan may baon ka. Because if
Totoo.
you are a lawyer, like even if you ask me, like, oh, Daryl, you speak English, but then do you know these terms in the law?
Yun na nga.
And probably I'm gonna say no because it's not something that I specialize in. So it's not that language learning is not all about knowing everything. Sometimes it's also about learning something for specific reasons. That's why when I was
Exactly.
creating the
Specializing.
ebook, when I was writing it, I was thinking of things that they could learn. Um,
Mm-mm.
Basically, I noticed that they don't have to use a lot of tenses when it comes to speaking. 'Di ba ikaw, Charlene, marami ka bang
True.
gagamitin na tenses? Hindi na, 'di ba?
Sa
Usually
actual
present
work
simple
na, hindi
lang,
eh.
present
Oo, konting
perfect, past
pass, yung
simple, wala
gano'n. Oo.
masyado. Not that I'm discouraging them to learn others, but like you see, you have to have more vocabulary than have like different tenses. So dapat yun yung i-balance natin.
Mag-balance. Well-rounded dapat tayo, hindi tayo yun nga one lang na thing yung ifo-focus natin. So
Mm,
true, pero yeah, sa actual work itself, that's right.
mm,
You don't really need to be well-versed sa lahat ng tenses. Although it's good that you are familiar with them and you know like how
mm,
to use or how it's used, but you don't need to master all to be able to perform your basic job functions. No, it's not necessary, guys. No.
mhm,
But you have to be at least familiar. Wag naman natin itapon din yun. Okay,
mhm.
guys? Ayun.
So thank you so
Yeah.
much, Charlene. Would you want to add anything else aside from those tips and everything? Because if not, we're gonna open the floor for them to ask you questions, which is probably more dynamic because we're gonna see their questions. Do you see that chat box right
Mm.
now?
Not real. May
You can,
nakikita ko kanina yung comment na biglang nag-pop sa screen.
okay. So that's what I'm gonna do as well. Okay, so
Thank you.
guys, you can now ask Charlene questions related
Please.
to her work, related to the bilingual job, okay, or how rich she is right now. Shut up. So
Betul?
you could ask her anything related to what she's doing, and
Ask
then I'm just
away.
gonna project their question here so you could see it.
Easy.
Okay? So
Okay.
let's see kung meron
Go
silang
ahead,
mga
guys.
katanungan
Ask.
today.
Ask away. Ask away. The floor is yours.
True.
Ask me. Okay
Yeah,
lang.
because we have invited, you're the third bilingual rep that we have invited, and
Oh,
every single time we are learning something new from different
that's good.
people. So I think
I
that's
know.
the beauty of it. So yeah.
That's good to know, guys. So, ayun, aral-aral din, and then ask questions. Okay,
Mm-mm.
okay lang yan. Go ahead. Oh, mga books nga pala. May mga books ako
So
dito,
let's see
no?
kung
Sige, guys. Habang iniintay ko yung mga comments or questions, eto, may mga nag-aaral din ako ng mga ganito. So, these are like
ayan,
books
yan. I
for
actually
Jelen.
have that. Binili mo yan dito?
Oh. Oo, galing pa tong Madrid sa
Di
FNAC.
mo sinabi may ganyan ako. Maloka ka.
Wala na, nabili ko na. Wala, nabili ko na. Okay naman siya. It actually really helps you nga vocab, enriching your vocab.
Mm-mm.
Tas, ayun. Okay to.
C1,
Mm,
C1. Okay. So basically,
yeah.
C1 is like a proficient user of the language. You know, different, a lot of
Mhm.
formal words in different settings,
Yes.
especially business settings already. So
Oo.
yeah, that's good to know
Empresa.
that you are studying that as well.
Yeah.
So do
Mm-mm.
you guys have questions for Charlene? Today's preguntas? So let's
Por
see.
favor.
They're so shy today, ah.
Ay, ganun ba siya? Huwag na kayong mahiya. Por
Some
favor.
other time like they really have a
Mhm.
lot of questions.
I see, I see, I
Ayan.
see. Kung shy, okay lang yan. Kasi open naman yung aking, ano eh, what you call that? Facebook Messenger. If you want to shoot a message, ask a
Mhm.
question there, go ahead lang.
Mhm.
Okay lang.
So Charlene,
Mm-mm. Tulong-tulong.
yung work niyo ba? Like
Mm-mm.
for how long have you been working online for them? And
Well, since I started back in back in October, I
in
started with
October
them.
pa.
Mm. Pero
So how many
mag-return to
months ka na sa
office
kanila?
na.
Matagal na pala, no?
Yeah, oo. 6 months. 6 months-ish na. Ayun.
Wow, that's
So,
nice.
return
Mhm.
to office na sa Monday.
Hmm.
Nakita ko na yung seat
Are
plan.
you
Puro
excited to
Japanese
do
speakers.
yeah, are you
Mhm.
excited to work in like the office or mas okay sa yung ganyan?
Mas okay sa akin siyempre talaga yung online setting kasi mas mama-manage natin yung time natin well. Alam mo na marami tayong ganap sa buhay, maganda ng maraming time, 'di ba?
Mm-mm.
Pero okay naman din yung sa office because it will, give us plenty of other experiences. And why not? 15 minutes away, on foot lang naman ako eh. Lalakarin ko lang naman ng 15 minutes, okay na yun. Does your
Mhm.
company accept reps na walang yes, pero marunong ako'y ma'am, wala akong experience sa tech. Educator po
Totoo.
ako.
As you said. Mm-mm.
Sobrang zero.
Mm-mm.
Zero, zero ang aking tech background. Yung mga kasama ko din sa training, yung dalawang Espanyol, walang kaalam-alam sa tech yung dalawang yun.
So how did they pass it? Like for example
They
ako.
didn't pass it. They failed it.
Ay!
They failed. They failed. Meron silang Spanish know-how. Kasi Espanyol
Yeah.
eh. Well, Chileno, tapos yung isa taga Andalusia.
Mm.
They failed the tech part.
Nakakaloka pala, no? So like they
Pero
also
okay
have
lang.
to
Hindi naman
you have
ano.
to know the technical side of things then. Siyempre, you're dealing with different yung mga gagamitin nilang mga platform. So it's really important.
Totoo.
So
Tama.
what else guys
Totoo.
do you have? I thought meron sabi ni Jonathan, what
Miss
part of
Charlene, ay
Spanish
ang
grammar
bait-bait
lessons in
naman.
Spanish ang may util sa work mo? Spanish
What?
grammar, may ganun ba? Sa work mo,
Spanish grammar
ano
sa
mas
work?
gamit? Di ba present tense? Present
Present or yung
perfect?
progressive or ano, yung "he visto" or "he mandado", yung mga gano'n.
Mm.
Ano ba tawag dun? What do you call that? Past pero
Pretérito perfecto.
preterito
Mm.
perfecto. Yun nakatulong tsaka yung preterito yung simple, preterito, indefinitivo,
Indefinido.
indefinido,
Indefinido. Mm.
indefinido, nakatulong din yun. Actually, tapos konting future, yun
Mm.
lang. Mabilang mo lang sa 5 lang siguro tenses yung
Yeah. The
pinag-iikutan ng
most important
aking
thing
grammar.
is the vocabulary and the comprehension. Kasi
Comprehension,
first niyan,
guys,
magsasalita
intindihin.
sila, you have to comprehend what they're asking for. And then the next
Mm,
part would be using the vocabulary needed to address their concerns.
true.
And so I think the most important thing is during the first day, you should have all the list of probably vocabulary that you're gonna use. So pag medyo
Better
nalimutan mo,
yun. Better
may
yun.
listahan ka na, di ba?
Ilagay mo sa Word file, tapos puwede mo namang i-open yun sa laptop ta's take a quick glance ever so often. Yes. Oo, okey yun. Yeah, that's a smart tip. Ayun, guys. Actually, yun nga
Mm.
sa 5 ano lang, eh, bagay ano, anong klaseng Espanyol ba madalas mong kausapin? Latin
Latin,
American,
'di ba? Latin America
Latin.
mostly, talaga.
Yeah,
Mm.
sobra.
Kahit din sa'min dati sa
Mexico.
account namin, US siya pero mga Latino yung clients, yung mga Latin, yun nga, Latino,
Latin race.
community sa US. So,
Kaya sa'min, yun nga, Latin countries, Mexican users, Ecuador,
mm,
Puerto Rico, Venezuela, Chile,
mm.
Argentina,
Kapag hindi po
yun.
ba nakapasa ng tech part ng training, pwede pa din po ba mag-reapply o hindi po ba sila nililipat sa ibang account?
Tech firm kasi kami. So, sa tech, although may mga iba-ibang sides like marketing, pero hindi siya
Depende
operations
kasi
kasi
ano,
tech. Depende sa
mm.
company yan. Yung mga BPO, for sure, meron silang mga ibang accounts
Kasi hindi
na
naman kayo BPO, 'di ba?
may cost. Ano yun, ma'am?
Kasi hindi naman kayo BPO, I
B
said.
well well, BPO siya
Wow.
kasi ina-outsource yung mga tech aspect ng ibang companies. For example, Marriott Hotel, may tech sila, 'di ba? Kasi kailangan nila ng tech. Hindi nila kaya mag-develop ng tech part ng company. Binibigay yung trabaho sa tech firm namin. Tapos kaya kailangan ng tech know-how.
Mm.
Although, yung mga ibang companies na BPO talaga like, let's say for example, Convergys, yung mga gano'n, meron silang customer service, iyon, more on nagbibigay ng assistance sa sa mga customer directly or sales yung
Mm.
iba, nagbebenta sila ng mga insurances, mga gano'n, something like that, pero kailangan in Spanish. Yung mga may company sa gano'n. Yung sa'min wala. So,
Mm.
sorry. Ayun. Although puwede ba mag-reapply? Yung
Ayun,
dalawa
yun
ko
yung
kasi kilala
pinakatanong
hindi,
niya.
eh. Ay
Hindi
ano yun
daw.
may wait lang may nag-pop ngayon kanina lang.
Mm.
Ito ba yun? Mahirap po bang intindihin yung customers kasi sobrang bilis magsalita? Not really. Actually hindi. Hindi naman sila sobrang bilis magsalita.
Oo.
Hindi. 'Pag
Sanay-sanay lang yan.
sanayan mo lang yung sarili mo. Kaya podcast, YouTube channel, guys.
Podcast. YouTube
Mm,
channel natin, guys. Always watch. Ayan. Lalo na mga replay ng ating mga lessons. So, yun.
totoo. Pero kasi ganito 'yan, nabibilisan yung iba, yun nga, siyempre yung mga earlier I mean, early learners kasi they're not that familiar sa ano, so they trying to comprehend and paste things together pa. So, I suggest na when you start out, try to listen or to try to use materials na angkop sa level nyo. And then slowly you make your way up to the native level materials. Ayun. So, mag-start
Mm.
muna kayo dun sa parang medyo may mga ganun, may pang A1, A2 materials. Yes, of course.
Totoo. Ang haba ng tanong
Totoo.
ni Apolonio
Oo
Garcera.
nga eh.
May sponsor po ba company nyo, ma'am, na sila na
Mag-
nagpo-provide ng Spanish teacher to teach?
Mhm.
Meron bang ganon? Nagpo-provide ng
May
Spanish teacher
sa
to teach?
actually sa company namin hindi lang kasi Spanish ang handle. So may Korean kami, may Portuguese, meron kaming Japanese. Ang ganito lang yung sa Japanese. Meron talagang mga Japanese trainers sila na kinuha
Eh, may
na
tanong
mga
ako, ba't hindi ka
kasi
nag-Japanese? Di mo marunong mag-Japanese?
marunong ako mag-Japanese pero kasi madam, yung technical ng yung Japanese ko kasi A3 level lang. So,
Mhm.
equivalent lang siya ng B1, B1, B2
So, mas
na
carry mo pa rin talaga yung Spanish, no?
mas scary ko kasi hindi ko kaya ko mag-everyday conversation pero hindi ko kakayanin na mag-explain ng technical stuff
Sa
and yung
Japanese,
kanji and yung
baka
kanji,
tsaka yung kanji pa, 'di ba?
yung kanji, oo,
Mm.
matutuyuan ako ng dugo sa kanji. At least
Dati
alphabet,
nag-try
alphabet
din
lang
ako
tayo.
mag-aral ng Japanese, nung first year ko sa UP, pero ano lang, drop 10, 11 lang.
Hapon
Parang
10 and
dinugo na din
11.
ako. Sabi ko, "Oh my God, this is not for me." That's why I shifted to Spanish and French. So, ayun.
Ganun guys.
Kung saan
Medyo
kayo magta-thrive, 'di ba?
kung saan kayo mag-try. Try lang ng try, learn and learn.
Truth.
Mahirap kasi
May
talaga yung
din.
technical, ng
Mm.
Japanese. Pero sa
So, to answer
Japanese, meron sila.
Apollonius question, kung may nagpo-provide ba ng Spanish teacher, parang
Wala
wala
sa
masyado,
Spanish.
'no?
Wala
Kasi
sa company namin
ano,
wala
eh,
for
gastos yun,
Spanish.
eh.
Yeah, sa company namin
Mm,
wala for Spanish pero meron for Japanese. Yung mga Japanese na ano, na support, meron silang Japanese teacher. Sila na.
mm,
Sila na. Marami silang budget doon sa team nila. Mm.
mm.
Maraming budget. Ayun. Pero meron. Pa for ibang teams. Yun naman. Ano pa ba?
That
Sige
is
lang guys,
true.
go lang.
Amazing.
Ask away. Ask me, ask me, ask
So, do
me.
you guys have more
Uh,
questions for Charlene? This is your opportunity to shine. Charot.
yes, go
Ayan.
ones.
So, how do you feel right now that you are doing this job? Like, did you have any like fears when you were starting? Because I think that's one of the
Oh yes.
one of the things that usually bilingual reps experience, especially if they are new to the business. That not everyone
Oof.
has the same level of Spanish and also the same level of confidence, even if they probably have the skills, technical skills. So, what
Mm-mm.
were your fears before, and what were your um, I don't know, like things, difficulties that you had to overcome? Ganyan. Pang Miss
Had
Universe
to
yung tanong, di ba?
overcome. Oof. Contestant number one, Charet.
Thank you for
Um,
that wonderful question. I believe that. Okay,
I
go.
will, lakas mo ka, pageant. So,
True. Di
wait
ba,
lang.
these
Let
are
me
the
try
things
to,
that you probably have faced before. So probably they are
course.
curious to ask those questions, especially if they're starting out naman sa business.
Okay, okay. With regards, syempre talaga naman, yung mga makakasama mo, galing sa iba't ibang background, iba't ibang level ng Spanish, iba't ibang tech know-how, or iba't ibang skill na meron sila. But you were accepted and you have that chance. So if you are given that, you have to make sure to always put your best foot forward. So, ayun na nga. Challenges that I faced, siguro, the tech, actually, hindi siya masyado naging challenging for me. Well, dahil meron akong mindset na parang wala akong experience. Kung magkamali ako dito, okay lang as long as I learn something from it. Ganun naman
Yeah,
eh. Hindi tayo
experimentation is the
oo.
key. Yeah, and look at
Exactly.
you
Hindi
now.
tayo
You've been working
matatalo,
there for like
guys.
6 months, no?
Exactly.
For
Hindi tayo matatalo as
more
long as
than
we
six
can learn
months.
something from that
Hmm.
experience.
So
That's
apply
it.
basically apply lang ng apply until
More
they
chances of
get to a point
winning.
wherein like they're comfortable about it. And just be
Good.
friendly, I think, and be humble. If you commit mistakes, then admit it, and see
Mhm.
kung match kayo ng company nyo, di ba? Kasi kung hindi kayo match ng company nyo, sila naman ang magde-decide eh. So just put yourself out there and
Mhm.
let them judge you. But don't ever judge yourself. Ganun na lang siguro, no?
Totoo. Hindi naman
Mm-mm.
maganda mag-i-beat natin yung sarili natin. Nag-a-accept po
Mm-mm.
ba ng engineer? Yes! No. Yes,
With no
actually.
BPO CSR background. Ako wala akong
Wala
BPO
ako.
CSR background kasi nga teacher ako
Wala
eh
akong
dati. So,
teacher din ako.
di ba ikaw
Eto
din dati
educator
teacher ka
ako.
rin, di ba? Oh. So
Mga
pareho kami
educators
teacher,
kami,
guys.
guys. Wala. Pero kung may engineering background ka, lalo na computer
Lalo na
engineering,
yung
ay pak,
engineering background, di ba? IT, mga ganon, di ba?
oo. Ay, oo,
Pasok
pak
yan.
na pak yan. Basta meron kang
So, IT
Spanish
tas
know-how.
Spanish, oh, di ba?
Ay,
Pa.
shoota. Wala na 'to. Wala na, pasok
Wala
na
na,
sa bahay.
panalo
May
na,
nanalo
ano?
na. Oo, may nanalo na.
May
Uwi
nanalo
ka
na.
na. Ayun. Kailangan ba magaling na reading and writing at
Kailangan
least
ba
level
magaling ka rin sa reading and
4?
writing sa Spanish?
Kailangan
Siyempre
talaga.
naman, siyempre parang
Oo.
kasama na yun kasi kung hindi mo nababasa yung ano, 'di ba?
Hmm,
Yung
may
instructions.
totoo. Tsaka yung ano nga guys, yung sasabi ko sa'yo yung mga manuals, binabasa namin yung mga manuals is in Spanish yun. Tapos
Mm,
writing kasi may mga English manuals sa kailangan mong i-translate to Spanish or gumawa ka ng guide for that specific manual in
mm.
Spanish. So yes, malamang kailangan 'to madams, oo.
Ayan.
Ilang mas po mas Spanish at ang level kayo na hard. Yung formal na aral ko ng Spanish, yung formal, 6 units lang yun.
Mm.
Alam
Pero
niyo na
kasi
yun guys,
two
yung
years
6
ka na sa
units.
Spain, eh. So,
Pero two
like,
years akong nabuhay sa Spanya. But then again, that
yeah.
was not enough. Kasi nga, that would only give you like one, yun nga, I could converse, but then again, hindi masyadong na-build up yung aking ibang competency. We go back to what Daryl was saying. We have to also know how to learn to read and write and listen. Oo,
Mhm.
hindi okay na isang bagay lang yung aralin natin. Mm. Anong level? B2 ako ngayon from the assessment,
Mhm.
B2 ako. So ayun,
Yeah, that's true.
B2.
Dapat holistic kasi nga siyempre, alam mo naman marunong ka magsalita tapos di mo naman naintindihan yung binabasa.
Totoo, hindi
So,
hindi
yeah.
siya ano,
4 competencies: listening, speaking, writing, and
reading and
reading.
writing. Totoo
Mm.
'yan. Yun tayo guys, yun dapat i-target natin ha. Holistic,
Hello
well-rounded.
po. So mag-hi ka naman, mag-ola ka naman sa ating 17 viewers right
Ay,
now sa Philippines.
hola, ¿qué
Ayan
tal
po.
amigos y amigas?
Ayan.
Gracias, gracias por
So,
su
yan.
tiempo.
So buti,
Ayun.
so buti, so buti Mars, like, sa inyong team naman, friendly naman lahat. Okay naman kay lahat.
Okey naman kami, we work well naman. Although siyempre iba't ibang background, iba't ibang kaltok ng
Mm. Well, iba-iba naman talaga, di ba?
pakisamahan.
Kahit sa
Oo,
mga
pakisamahan na lang
workplace.
talaga. Totoo,
Mm.
uy, malaki po
Malaki
bang
po
chance
bang
BS
chance
naman.
ko na BS Math graduate once natutunan po ang Spanish?
Why not?
Kahit sino naman, di
Oo,
ba? Wala
kahit
namang
sino na.
ano.
Oo, oo,
As
siyempre,
long as
siyempre
you
ta's
can
matuto ka ng
deliver and
Spanish.
magaling na kayo sa Spanish, you can. Mhm.
Tsaka dapat
Kaya
meron kayong
ano,
attitude to
mag-avail na kayo
learn.
ng ating ebook to
Totoo
start
yun,
your
guys.
bilingual journey. Charot.
True.
Nag-plug pa rin.
True, plug tayo, shameless plugging tayo, okey lang yan.
Truth.
Bakit? Since I'm about to enter a new industry career, what can you advise me po? Recently, madalas po ako nagkaka-cold feet. Oh, sige. Kasi, well, from what I know, nagkaka-cold feet tayo dahil, well, most of the time, we fear rejection or we fear failure. Well, if
Mm.
we look at it from a bigger perspective, it will always be part of life. It will always be there. Now, we just have to have the right mindset to tackle those fears and failure. And we don't lose. Technically, we don't lose as long as if even if we fail, we won't lose as long as we
Actually,
can get
we
something
never
out from
fail.
that.
We just learn.
Learn.
We
Yes, that's
learn,
the
we gain
thing.
something from the experience. So,
And then we improve ourselves
yeah.
to, try to make ourselves better. So
Mm.
ganun lang siya. It's a way to build ourselves up. Ganun. Tup, 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 tup.
True.
So just think of it as a learning experience. Try
Mm.
and don't internalize. Get what you can from that experience and be a better person. You can do it.
Yeah, and I think
Tiwala lang.
it's a matter of miss and match, di ba? Yung parang kung match kayo ng company, edi match kayo.
Ayun. Totoo
Hindi
yan.
yun
Hindi
yung
mo kailangan
parang
ipagpilitan.
hindi ka
Maraming
magaling.
iba.
Oo, ganon. Kaya di ba ikaw,
Mhm.
try ka lang din ng try. So, I
Oo, more
think
chances
that's
of
the
winning.
most
Pass
important
ka
thing.
lang. Mag-pass ka lang ng resume. Basta may competency ka, pass ka lang ng pass ng resume. Pero yun nga, may mga companies nga na hindi talaga mag-fit. Feeling ko 'pag banking, hindi ako masyadong mag-aano doon, magta-thrive doon kasi, well, bakit hindi? Tingnan natin. Pero for now, I'm having fun with tech, so why not, 'di ba?
Totoo.
Ayun. Ano
Actually,
pa
may
ba?
ganyan din akong, minsan meron din akong ganyang feeling, yung sinabi ni, ano nito, ni Jonathan. And it's normal.
Mhm.
Like ako, usually,
Oo,
I still experience
that's human.
we call it, there's a term for that, yung imposter syndrome, wherein sometimes you
What
feel
about?
that you're not enough to be accepted in a particular job because you prejudge yourself without
Oh,
being assessed by others. So what I do right now is that I just put myself out there.
put
I
yourself out
I do
there.
it one at a time and let
Yeah.
people, or let the ones who are assessing you, judge you for what you're doing. Because sometimes bias tayo eh. Isipin natin, ay hindi naman kasi ako magaling, ay hindi ko pa kaya.
Sometimes we can
But
be
then
too
later
hard on
on, minsan
ourselves.
may mga tao kasi na kaya na nila. But then you always doubt yourself. You judge yourself first. And I think that's something that we should avoid doing because it actually kills productivity, and it also kills
True.
your chances of being accepted in a job. Kumbaga, go lang ng go. Kung hindi ka
True.
natanggap, ibig
Go lang
sabihin,
ng
hindi pa
go.
para sa'yo doon, or hindi pa para
And
sa'yo yung
that's
account.
okay.
But then there will always
Next.
be an account for you, di ba? So,
Exactly. Exactly, guys. Exactly. Exactly. Exactamente. You took the words right out of my mouth. Yun.
truth.
Mm-mm.
Mm-mm.
So,
Ayan.
send ka lang
Pleasing
ng
po. Ito daw,
resume.
pleasing po ang voice nyo, ma'am. Nakaka-relax pakinggan. Pak!
Oh,
So,
ang
hindi pala
nakaka-touch
nakaka-relax
naman.
yung
So
boses
sweet.
ko. So, ganun ang gustong palabasin ni Apolonio Garcia.
Grabe. Pero
Gigigil na rin ako
thank you
sa'yo,
so
ha,
much.
Apolonio. Charot
Thank you
lang.
so much. That's
Ola
so
J,
sweet of you
ayan.
guys.
Meron tayong mga, di ba?
Buenas noches.
Oh, you are not rejected. You are, parang papunta na talaga ito, ma'am, sa, parang papunta na ito sa beauty pageant talaga. Mag-iiba na
I
tayo ng
love
show.
it.
Hindi na Learn with Daryl.
I
Ano na,
love it. Pero
Learn
so
with Daryl slash
true.
pageantry.
Pero so true yan. So true yan. You're
Mm.
not being rejected. You're being redirected.
Parang you're never denied, only redirected. Ganon. Kala niyo hindi ako nanonood ng
Oo.
pageant, ha?
'Di ba? O 'di ba ganun dapat. Tama 'yan. So true, so true. So true.
Mhm.
Amen. Mm. So laban lang. Support, support. Ayun
Do you
lang.
guys have more questions for Miss Charlene?
I think we're
Ayan. Ano pa ba
good.
mga questions nila? So what are you looking forward this year with your work right now? And I see
Promotion.
that you're also learning something, no? So
Yeah.
what are the things that you are excited to be working on
Promotion, guys. I
aside sa
wanna
pagpapayaman?
aside from, well, yun na nga. Promotion, syempre. Kasi kung ba, if it's on the table, why not, 'di ba? So, hoping for that senior position soon. And hopefully, by next year, umangat tayo sa isang management position. But for that to happen, they're looking for someone na competent both in Spanish and Portuguese to take over the ano ng Latin America. So I'm learning
Mm-mm.
Portuguese. Yes, that's what I
Ah,
do. That's
você vai você? Ganyan, di ba?
ayun. Sabi ko sa'yo guys eh.
Muito
Si
bem.
Daryl talaga eh. Si Daryl, mo to bang. Ano, si Daryl talaga. Pagdating tawag nito. Sa mga surprising skills, marami yan sa sleeves niya. Magugulat na lang kayo.
Ano na ba?
Marami yan. 'Di ba?
Naku,
Palaban
wala.
yan.
Masyado. Nandito na tayo sa Spain eh. Hindi ko na siya masyadong gagamit.
Pero it's also a very ayun na nga, maganda 'pag nag-head ka ng department, 'pag may management role ka.
Hmm.
150,000 daw,
Ano
sabi.
daw? Bongga.
150,000 for that position.
Ay, bongga. Ikaw na talaga,
So, in
Mars.
2 years. Pero ano, nag-aaral pa lang ako
Kaya
ng Portuguese.
magpautang ka, ha?
Hinga-hinga ka pa lang. Hinga-hinga pa
Basta
lang.
mag-uusap tayo mamaya dahil mangungutang ako sa'yo. Wala
Kaloka
pa
si
ako. Actually,
Ma'am
gusto
Gia.
kong umuwi sana ng Philippines ng
Sabi
summer,
mo
but then
nga.
wala pa akong pagpamasahe. Ang mahal kasi
Yun
eh.
na
And
nga. Hin
I need to buy ticket for August sana so that I could see my mom and dad. And
ayun na
then,
nga, peak season daw ang
ayun
August,
guys,
nagtingin
mag-Jollibee
ako.
tayo sa
Ayun.
Philippines. Meron palang
Uy,
meet and greet yung mga Learn with Darius.
totoo meron? Uy, ay sabihan niyo ako gano'n. Ay meron, meron, meron. Sige ba, mag-head tayo ng ano niya, rentahan natin si Jollibee. Saan ba 'yan, saan ba 'yan?
Well, actually, you haven't. ano no, yung Jollibee dito, we
Hindi ko
already have
naabutan yung
Jollibee in
Madrid.
Seoul, Mars.
Kaya nga hindi
Can
ko
you even
naabutan.
imagine that?
'Di ba na-COVID kasi tayo, dapat nung
That's
2020
true.
maglalabas na sila. Kaso nga lang
Mm.
na-COVID, naatras na naatras. Nag-open lang ata last year 'no, 2021, yung first, parang gano'n, sa Madrid. Hindi ko na naabutan, sayang. Pero okey lang, marami naman Jollibee dito. Lalabas ako mamaya, puwede akong mag-Jollibee, ayun. Jollibee tayo guys. On me, Chez! 'Pag naligaw ng BGC, oh, magsabi ha, 'pag naligaw ng BGC, ikot ko kayo dito, walang
Wait,
problema.
are you renting there or you own something there in BGC?
I'm renting still, pero I bought my place na, not in BGC, in Bonnie, sa may Pioneer. So, a unit there. Pre-selling, matatapos siya by next year, third to fourth quarter. So,
Wow.
we'll rent
Later
until
on, I'm
maka-move
going to
in.
ask you things related to that. Pag
Sige,
may,
mams, go
wala pa
lang.
akong pera,
Pero
but
tingnan
yeah,
natin. Let's see how it's gonna work. Walang
that is
problema.
true. Hmm.
Ask away, ask away. Ganun lang naman din
Yeah,
tayo.
anyway. So
Pag naligaw
I
kayo
think
guys,
most of
BGC.
us here like dream of, like not just working in a bilingual setting, but also I guess most of them want to earn more money. Hindi naman tayo nandito para lang to do it for leisure. But then to be honest, when I
Exactly.
started learning the language, hindi ko naman talaga inisip yung pera. And then since hindi naman
Mm-mm.
ako sa Spain na ngayon sa Philippines naka-based, parang hindi ko rin naman siya nakikita as an opportunity.
Ayun
But
na nga.
then right now, thanks to YouTube and everything, yeah, nood lang tayo nood lang kayo guys ng videos natin so that you could also help me in a way.
Oo, totoo. Tulungan tayo, 'di ba? Sabi nga, eh, if
Yeah, like
we can help
sharing
someone.
sharing what you know and sharing stuff as well.
Mm,
I think that's really important these days.
true.
And since videos are really powerful to do that,
Exactly.
because imagine if it's just you and me talking about this, the information will just be kept between the two of us. But then
Oo,
the good thing
sad.
is we're able to expand and share what we know to others and inspire them to act as well, because if they don't
Mm,
act then nothing's gonna happen. So ayun.
totoo. Sayang, 'di ba? So, ayun na nga, guys. Maganda talaga na if we can share something, hilahan tayo pataas, gano'n. Lahat tayo makakaakyat sa
Mhm.
higher economic position. Sa happier life, maa-achieve natin 'yan. Tiwala lang tayo, 'di ba?
Yes. Mm-mm.
Excited.
kaya
Gusto
kaya
niyo
rin it's really refreshing to invite different kinds of bilingual agents, not just like people who work in the call center, but like as I told you, like yung mga tech din ganyan, because for them to have options na ay meron din palang ganito, like meron din palang different sides of like being
mm,
bilingual. So
totoo 'yan. Totoo 'yan. So, go lang guys. Banking maganda din dun, sabi ko nga we go back to that,
banking, so usually ano
maganda
naman
din dun.
ginagawa doon sa banking?
Analyst, eh, may friend ako na ano siya, nagche-check siya ng parang ina-analyze niya kung may fraud ba na nangyari. He does investigations sa
Hmm.
mga claims, mga ganyan. So, hindi siya masyadong nagtatanggap ng tawag, more on siya yung kumo-call parang, "Oh, ano po, sabi sa ganitong history niyo may gano'n." Basta gano'n, more ano, more on investigation din sa banking. Yun yung work niya, pero there are plenty of other jobs there. So, ayun.
Ano sa Philippines 'to?
Oo, sa
Ay,
Philippines.
sa
Dito
Philippines ito? Saan based sa Philippines naman yung mga bank?
BGC ang dami dito.
Hmm.
Oo. Wells, yung sa may McKinley, yun. JP Morgan, yun, malalaki yan. Sa shipping din daw malaki, yung
Oo,
mga
may
parang
shipping
logistic
din, eh, 'di ba? May
oo,
shipping
yung
din.
mga logistic coordinator, Spanish speaking logistic coordinator, something like that, mga sa Merx, yung mga gano'n, malaki din daw ang Merx. Name dropping na ako
Yeah.
ng company, hindi naman ako nagtatrabaho dun, eh, so okey lang. Gano'n. So,
Yeah, I know people who work there actually.
oh, 'di ba? Oh, 'di
So
ba?
yeah,
Saan pa
that's
ba?
that's interesting to know.
Yung mga multinational firm, naghahanap sila ng mga coordinator for Latin America. Yun, Procter and Gamble. Ay, yung dalawang aalis, yung isa GM Motor, yung isa Procter and Gamble. O sila na, charet.
Yeah, that's true. So do you think that there's a lot of
Contributor ako
competition
talaga.
right now when it comes to the bilingual work, especially Spanish, since a lot of people are
Mas maraming
interested in
offers.
learning it?
Mas
So, or
maraming
dumadami din
offering.
yung demand?
Mas malaki ang, from what I see right now, mas malaki ang demand kaysa sa mga pwedeng mag-offer.
Ah, okay.
Kaya mataas ang sahod compared to the, yun na nga, sa ibang jobs. Oo. Ngayon, 'pag bumaba yung demand, tapos dumami yung, talent pool, dun na magkakaroon ng pagbaba sa sahod. Pero
Yeah,
yun,
actually, pag dumami na yung
mm,
talent. But then later on
oo,
kasi, people are always looking for someone who is really skilled in what they're doing. So,
kaya
regardless
kailangan
kung
ng ibang
dumami
skill.
man, kung
Kaya nga,
mas, kung mas, ano naman, magaling or kaya nilang gawin yung trabaho nila na maayos, it doesn't
true,
really
better.
matter. So, yun nga yung, I
Ayan,
think, yung the most important thing na pwede nilang
mm,
matutunan.
exactly. Kaya
So, ito
yun
pa, sabi ni
talaga, learn
Jonathan,
continuously.
any funny experience that you have experienced? Well, any funny anecdote daw
Like,
sa work? Well, related
sa
to
work.
Spanish.
Oh,
Mm-mm.
shoot. Okay, okay, shoot.
Like yung
Oo,
sinabi mo, yung
meron.
mga words na sabi mo, ay, iba kasi to sa alam ko, yung ganon.
Kaya nga, siyempre, siyempre. At saka may mga times din na, um, ako kasi chini-chika ko yung mga users. Parang, nakita ko sa profile mo bagong bagong employee ka pa. So kamusta naman yung mga first few weeks mo? Kamusta yung chini-chika ko sila na, guys,
Di ba
ginaganon.
bawal yun? Parang meron
Hindi
kayong
puwede,
average
ewan ko.
handling call time.
Sa'min sabi ko nga sabi ko nga spoiled ang team namin. Sabi ko naman ang dami naming leeway. Ang dami naming
Hmm.
marami kaming pinagbibigyan kami sa maraming paraan at ayun na nga, isa yun sa mga pupuwede naming gawin. So, chini-chika ko ganyan. Imbes na naaano sila na, "Bakit hindi gumagana yung laptop ko?" Nade-diffuse ko yung bomb. Oh, 'di ba, nare-redirect ko yung atensyon nila sa ibang bagay. O hindi na mainit ulo nila, okey na tayo. Kahit hindi ko na-solve yun. Uy, so ano, 'di man yun madalas, ano lang yun. Pero ano lang, ewan ko, napaka-friendly ng mga Latin American. Ay,
Yeah,
oo, ito pala
that's what they
guys,
usually
chika lang.
say.
Ito palang chika, recently, due to TikTok ata or due to some social media platform daw, ginagawang tambakan ng mga irate na mga users ang Spanish line.
Talaga? Paano?
Binabato ng mga English kunyari, kaya nakakatanggap din ako minsan ng mga from New York, mga users from New York. Kasi yun daw parang ginagawa nung mga ibang tech na 'pag asar na sila hindi nila kaya, puk, bato sa Spanish line. So, nakakatanggap ako bigla ng mga gano'n.
Yeah.
Ano lang, pero wala, I mean, hindi mo na ano, sinasabi ko na lang, "Lo siento porque esta línea es solamente para los usuarios de Latin America, América Latina,
Uh-huh.
y tengo que
Yeah,
bla,
which
bla,
is
bla, bla, bla,
true.
bla, 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 bla." So,
Yeah.
ayun. Gano'n ba? Gumagano na lang sila. Ayun, wala naman silang magagawa. Company policy, siyempre ilaban niyo 'yun. Hindi po pupuwede, company policy, kailangan ko kayo
Mm.
ibato balik. Gano'n. So, balik sa
Yeah,
kanila.
that's true.
Pero tinuro daw yata na sabi-sabi nung tawag nito,
Na
nung
doon,
expert,
na doon
hmm,
iba to, ganon.
oo, ginagawa daw batuhan recently dahil daw may nagturo na sa TikTok na 'pag hindi na daw ibato niyo 'yan sa Spanish line, bahala na daw sila diyan. Ayun. Wala lang, funny lang nun. Imbes nagagalit sila, wala silang magawa. Pass.
Mhm.
Ayun.
Ano
Pero
sa
friendly.
tingin mo yung pinakamaraming area sa, well, sa BGC ba yung pinakamaraming bilingual jobs na nakita mo?
Oo, dito talaga, dito. BGC or Makati or Ortigas. Yun, yung tatlong yun. BGC, Makati, Ortigas. BGC,
Depende na
Makati,
lang sila kung saan
Ortigas.
sila malapit, ano? Tsaka kung saan sila
Oo.
nila gusto. Mm.
Or pwede kayong mag-move. Yung economic capacity to naman will allow you to rent a place.
Mm. That is true.
or buy a
Actually. I mean,
place.
like right now, do you rent a place or do
I
you rent
do.
to own dyan sa BGC?
No, this place I'm just renting sa BGC because I bought my own place na pre-selling sa Ortigas sa may Boni sa may Pioneer area na matatapos
Hmm.
pa lang next year. So, waiting for that. Ayun. Ayun.
Totoo.
Your economic
Mm.
capacity, guys, will allow you to buy or rent your own
Yeah,
place.
actually.
Don't worry. So, ayun.
Mm-mm.
Kung ayaw nyo na travel. Pero kung gusto nyo umuwi pa rin sa bahay nyo, pwede na kayo mag-car. Mabilis ang, kung gusto nyo, kung wala kayong pangsimula, mabilis ang loan application kasi makikita nila yung payslips nyo. Yung mga
Yeah.
kasama ko na Pilipino, yung dalawang yun, ayun, naka, ano, agad daw sila, mabilis lang, sabi sa akin.
Mm.
Maski pag foreigner din, hinahayaan din mag-loan.
Mm.
Mm.
That's true.
Ayun.
Yeah,
So,
ito
yung
sabi ni
car,
Apolonio, baka yung nag-transform ka na English na.
color kasi oh! Isa ka. Isa ka pala. Isa ka. Totoo. Hindi ako nagagalit. Natatawa na lang ako. Eh, ayun. Tapos natatawa yung iba. May mga na-handle din ako na natawa na lang din sila. Kasi nga, ano, wala silang magawa.
Pag ano, pag pick up ng
Ayun.
mga phone, it's always hola agad. Hola, ¿en qué puedo ayudarle? Ganun.
Ano, pag pick up ko ng phone, parang, ano nga ba, hola, gracias por
Hola,
llamar al servicio soporte global de, mi nombre es Charlene, y me podría facilitar, or me podría darme su
paano yung ano mo? Paano
nombre,
yung entrada
apelyido,
mo?
por
Mi
favor?
nombre is ano?
Mi nombre es Charlene kasi hindi nila maano yung Charlene. Sabi ko nga, palitan ko na lang ng Carla, Carla. Sabi nila, pag-iisipan namin, sabi ng management. Eh di, wala na, hindi na ako binalikan nun. Kasi mas madali yung Carla eh. Di ba?
Oo, actually, Carla na lang. Mm.
Carla na lang. Ay, ano eh, hindi pa nabalikan ako. Eh di Charlene, Charlene. Eh, i-adapt nyo na lang
Mm.
pala yung names ninyo,
Actually, yung
guys.
name ko dati sa call center, Dan lang. Kasi di ba I have two names, Dan tsaka Daryl. So I
So
opted to
Dan yung
use
nagamit.
Dan. So
Mas
that,
mabilis nga
yeah,
yun.
that's the reason also why people know me as Dan dati.
That time, at that point, I see. Ako, Charlene. Charlene.
Mm-mm.
Charlene. Do you experience talking Spanish outside First Republic? Anong reaction ng non-Spanish speakers? Kinakausap ko minsan si Liam ng Spanyol.
Kamusta na si
Sa mga
Liam pala? I thought
bunga,
I thought he was in Japan.
eh, nakakatawa. Sasad ko sa'yo yung email nung
Chili ka
kakadatan.
dito, eh, live ito. Sige, mamaya na.
Sorry, sorry, mamaya. Sasad ko sa'yo yung email. Tawa ako. Mamaya.
Oh, sige,
He's
go.
fine. Tapos, ayun, minsan, like, I talk with someone in public in Spanish.
Did you learn
Tapos,
Spanish here as well? Or ano lang? Dahil ang dami niya
he
ring private classes,
tried.
hindi.
Nag-ano siya, nag-try siya sa
Mm.
Speak Something sa may Sol. May school dyan sa school.
Yeah.
Speak Ola ba yun? Basta gano'n,
Yeah.
sa may ano, for 2 months, hindi niya masyadong na-peg yung gano'ng klaseng setup.
Mm-mm.
Ayaw niya na, hindi na siya nag-aral. Pero he can understand. Guessing na nasa A2 siya. So, ayun. Anong reaction ng mga non-Spanish speakers? Mga Pilipino, mga ganyan. Minsan tumitingin sila, pero ganun lang. Ganyan.
Yeah.
Wala pa naman talaga akong nakitang nag-come up sa akin. And then, ano yung sinasabi mo? Wala pa naman ganun. But yeah,
Mm.
I do that sometimes. It's fun. Uy, it's fun. It's like knowing a dialect sa Philippines as chika ka behind their backs.
Mm.
Compare po sa CSR roles, mas madali po bang magtanggap ng non-voice Spanish
Non-voice
jobs?
daw. May
Ah,
nakita ka na ba mga non-voice jobs?
may mga
Never kasi
nakita
ako
akong
nag-apply ng
ganun.
non-voice.
May sa job street meron. Oo, may mga emails pero wag ka mag-expect ng ano,
Mataas.
oo, wag kang mag-expect na mataas, pero meron. Mas madali, yes, pero hindi siya gano'n kataas. At saka
Mm.
usually dito, mas nagre-require sila, mas ano sila sa mga, kunyari, may previous experience ka ba regarding that job in English, gano'n. Mas ano
Mm.
sila do'n. Pero yes, mas madali. Totoo yan. Pero hindi gano'n kataas ha. Wag
Mm.
mag-expect. Wag mag-expect. Pero
Totoo. I
meron.
think, yeah, like, basically, like, if you're new in the industry, you can try one thing and then later on do another
Uy,
thing. So I
oo.
think it's not
Maganda
really that
yan.
important. So,
Oo, actually, when you think about it, tsaka kung gusto mo mag-start muna sa non-voice, mag-start ka muna sa mga emails, may mga gano'n, may mga chatting lang.
Mm.
And then work your way up hanggang ano mo yung 4 skills kasi kailangan talaga yun, guys. Hindi lang speaking, kailangan din ng listening, ng writing, ng reading. 4 skills tayo.
Hmm.
Mm.
That's basically true,
Oo.
Mars.
Mm. So ano pa, guys?
Do you guys have
Wag
more questions for
mamaya.
Miss Charlene? Ayan. So I think marami naman silang natutunan sa iyo, Mars, today. We're really grateful for your time. Tingnan natin
I'm
kung may mga
grateful for being
habol.
here. I'm
Ayan,
more
ayan.
than grateful for being here, of course.
That
Always
is
a
true. That's
pleasure.
true.
Always a pleasure.
Mm-mm. Saan pa ba yung mga tanong nila? Ayan. So I think na-cover naman natin lahat ng anong tawag dito? Na-cover naman natin lahat ng mga pwedeng topics na pag-usapan for
Oo.
today.
Napaka-broad.
Especially about like how you learned Spanish, and then also like a little bit of your experience when you come when it comes to like handling your work as an analyst, ganyan, yung mga tech
Mm.
side din, ganyan. Ayan. Eto may tanong sa'yo, oh.
Ano yun?
Malaki.
Malaki
Very,
bigayan 'pag technical support.
malaki daw ba ang
Okey
ano?
naman. Okey
Mm-mm.
naman, okey naman. More than dun sa sinabi ko nga sa'yo kanina na sa kung chatting ka lang or something. Yes, okey naman, okey naman. More than
Mm-mm.
dun din sa first job ko na nagka-counsel lang ako, ayun. Kasi may
Yeah, that is
technical
true.
ano siya, eh, ayun.
Mm.
Basta ipasa niyo lang guys yung ano, yung Berlitz tapos after nun yung sa Microsoft at saka yung sa Google,
Yeah,
chu-chu. Kaya
true.
yan, kaya
Siguro
yan.
like people these days are really motivated by money.
Bakit hindi?
Which is
Kailangan
which is
natin yan.
yeah, which is totally fine and acceptable. But then also you have to exert an effort then in learning these skills, because later on kapag pangit yung trabaho din ninyo, hindi rin matutuwa sa inyo yung company, baka
Uy,
hindi rin
may
kayo
natanggal.
i-rehire, 'di ba? So
Actually,
it's not
hindi ka
about getting into the
ipe-permanent.
job itself. It's also providing value to
Mm,
your clients and to your company, 'di ba?
exactly.
Gano'n
Oo,
naman talaga dapat para magtagal kayo and later on ma-develop yung skills niyo, kasi yun yung ano
mm,
eh, parang
totoo yan.
yung progress na dapat ina-aspire natin.
Totoo. Speaking of that, funny thing pala, just to add, meron yung isang Filipina na umalis,
Mm.
dapat hindi yun ipo-permanent.
Mm.
Dapat
Tapos,
tatanggalin yun. Kasi meron kaming parang satisfaction, parang gine-grade yung mga work namin every day.
mm.
Tapos sa 3 months niya na probation status siya, wala siyang naipasa ni isang month.
Mm.
So dapat tatanggalin siya. Pero nagpahayag ng aalis na nga itong si permanent na isa, kaya imbes na tanggalin si ate, pinermanent siya. On the day na nag-permanent siya, yun pala tinatrabaho niya na yung paglipat niya sa General Motors. Nag Nag-submit siya ng resignation letter after just being a day na permanent siya on the permanent position.
At least, 'di
Ayun.
ba, prepared si Ma'am Shi.
Prepared siya, 'di ba, may backup plan.
Prepared si
So,
Ma'am Shi, may backup agad,
may backup
okay?
siya, oo.
But
Pero
it's
hindi daw
but it's
talaga
actually
dapat
sad
siya.
though in a way na very underwhelming yung performance, kasi well,
Yeah.
everyone is different in a way. So
Hindi din siya kasi
if you are
ma-tech daw
not
talaga, eh, sabi niya din.
yeah, if you're not really into that, then probably that's the reason why she was already planning to go out and explore another option, which she will
And she
have.
did.
But then, siguro it all starts with the mindset. Always think that you're doing something not just for yourself, but also for the good of the company that you're gonna work for. Hindi lang yung parang laging maglaki sahod. Isipin mo rin, tanungin mo rin sarili mo, nag-invest ka ba sa sarili mo, language,
Hmm.
classes, nag-invest ka ba sa
Oras,
technical
guys.
skills, di ba? These
Yung
are
oras
some
niya.
of the things that some people are not asking themselves. Ang lagi lang tatanong is kung malaki ba yung bigayan. Okay naman itanong siya, pero also ask yourself as well these questions para may motivation kayo to do, to do better and to do good. 'Di ba?
Totoo, totoo.
Charlene?
True. Malaki bigayan, kinda, yeah. Kasi nga, yun na
Mm.
nga. May technical skill din na needed eh.
Hmm.
Ayun. Okay naman. Although, yeah, may mas malaking magbibigay sa ibang companies kung ikaw compare mo. Pero okay naman yung amin. Not that bad. Pretty good, but not the
True,
best.
true, true. So yun guys, last few questions before we leave Miss Charlene because it's almost 1:45, 1 hour and 45 minutes that we have been talking. Oh my god.
Exactly. Ooh,
Thank you
that's a
so much,
pretty long
Charlene.
discussion. No, thank you for having me here. Always a pleasure. Always a pleasure.
Yes. Very, very well. Okay.
We're good,
So,
guys. Basta pag may pahabol, mag-send na lang kayo ng message. Always open
mm.
ang lines.
Actually, marami nagtatanong sa akin about classes. Pero wala pa akong classes for Filipinos in the Philippines. Pero meron tayo
Mm,
ebook pa lang. Pero,
yun na nga.
ayun, wala pa. Who knows?
Wala pa for now. Who knows? So, tingnan natin
Who
mag-set up tayo
knows?
ng school. Ay! Di ganun na, no?
Yes,
Talaga
who
na,
knows?
no?
Who knows
Who
meron?
knows?
But I
All
think
good
meron na din
yan.
sa Philippines, sa mga schools. Um,
Meron, from what I know. Yung dalawang
yeah,
Filipino na yun, nag-aral sila sa Ola
yeah,
Amigos ata yung sinabi nila na school.
yeah, yeah, that
Oo.
one as well.
Mm. 2 years ata sila
Obviously, they have their
nag-aral
own
dun.
promotional materials as well. That's true.
Yes. 2 years daw ata. 2 years sila
So,
nag-aral. Kung hindi ako
mm,
nagkakamali. Parang ganun.
yeah, that's
Mm-mm.
true. So, do you have guys more questions for Miss Charlene? Thank you so much for being here, Mars. And chika-chika
Oo.
tayo soon. Salamat.
Mag-send ako sa'yo.
Ayan,
Sige, sige. Salamat.
I think they learned a lot from you today.
Aw,
Um,
thank you guys.
we usually like feature bilinguals on our channel every weekend so
Mm-mm.
that they kind of feel that like it's not so difficult, but at the same time they realize that they need to dedicate time and effort in learning the language.
Totoo
So
yan. Hindi lahat dumarating sa silver platter, guys. We have to work
yeah,
for it.
so yun, kaya nila yan. But before we leave, Charlene, I'm just gonna show them
Mhm.
our book. Ayan.
Oh,
So
yes! Yung bago. Give 'em away. Labas natin
yeah,
yan.
actually may 4 ratings na siya, so I'm really happy. So this is a
Oh.
platform that I chose um to actually
Mm.
sell the ebook. So ito siya. I don't know if I shared it with you. So ayan, baka pag may kakilala ko yung gustong mag-aral. Ayan, meron ng 4 ratings. But then 10 people already bought the book, so I'm really happy. Ayan.
Yay! Sige, share, share,
So
share na lang natin, guys. Kung hindi man
yes,
tayo
true.
makabili, at least i-share natin sa iba, 'di ba? Sharing is
Actually, totoo.
caring.
Ano na ba ngayon? Malayo pa naman ng Pasko. Pang birthday gift.
Ay, ay puwede, 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 'di ba? Pang-anniversary
Yeah,
gift
that's true.
ninyo, monthsary gift. Instead of flowers, bigyan niyo
Yeah.
ng libro. Eh, 'di ba,
But
nakatulong.
basically dito ito yung para sa mga bilinguals na marunong na sila. So they just need to polish it using different expressions and also kung ano yung mga tinatanong usually sa interview, ganyan. Meron na din mga prepared set of
Good.
questions and answers, ganyan. So, ayun. So hopefully they learned something. Pero yun, actually, I'm gonna ask some people who bought it um, to put some ratings. Ayan. For
Mm.
now, 5 stars pa naman tayo. So I'm really happy na bet nila yung ating
Happy
book.
sa'yo,
So,
Mamshi. Oh, 'di
yeah, I
ba?
just want to say thank you, Mars, for being here today and
Aw,
also sa ating mga viewers
thank
for this evening. Muchas gracias a todos. And I'm gonna see you all soon.
guys. Hasta
Bye,
luego.
guys!
Bye-bye. Nos
Gracias!
vemos.